We are getting set for the weekend here on Weather for Weather Geeks Friday evening edition, the 9th day of February, and we've had two pretty remarkable February 9ths in a row this year and last year. Today's numbers, not records, but still even warmer than yesterday. 64 today. Now, last year on today's date, we had a high of 68 at the Youngstown Warren Airport, and even that was not good enough for the record. The record on today's date, 70, set in 1937. The record low, by the way, also dates back to the 1930s. It was 16 below on today's date back in 1934. We picked up a couple of hundredths of an inch with those overnight showers, but yeah, it's been pretty dry, of course, so far in February with less than an inch worth of rain officially in the gauge in Vienna. 28 degrees above the average today. You know, it's hard to believe, but yeah, it's early February. We should be around 37 for a daytime high, 36, 37 at this time of the year, and we haven't even been close to that over the last couple of days. And of course, it's been about 2+ weeks of pretty remarkably mild weather. I put on social media this morning that so far it's been the warmest late January and February stretch on record in much of the upper Midwest and around the Great Lakes. How about that sunset, though? And we're only 9 days away from 6 o'clock and after sunsets. I think it's February 18th. We hit 6 o'clock for those sunsets as we continue to pick up daylight. And, you know, we're getting into sun angle season. What I like to think of as sun angle season at this time of the year is around Valentine's Day, and for the rest of the season, you really have to factor in the rising sun angle. The sun is getting stronger. That can have implications on our weather in a number of ways, but especially when it tries to snow during the day. As you get into sun angle season, it gets harder for that snow to stick during the day unless it's coming down real hard. But on today's date, our sun strength is equivalent to November the 1st. So starting tomorrow, we will have October equivalent sun angle and sun strength for a while, and then eventually, of course, as we get into March, it'll be a September sun that's up there as the season continues to progress. What a weird pattern, and yeah, weird enough that there was a tornado last evening in southern Wisconsin. There was a couple of warnings down in Illinois, but as far as I know, the confirmed tornadoes were restricted to Wisconsin, and that's noteworthy because that's the first confirmed tornado in February in Wisconsin state history. They've never had a confirmed tornado during the month of February anywhere in Wisconsin, and they did last evening. Wow. Just goes to show you how spring-like this pattern is. But changes are afoot. It's going to take a couple of days for the transitions to really occur in earnest, meaning that February-like weather won't really return until early next week. Sunday will be cooler than Saturday, but still above the average. It's a benign weather picture, I should say, on the satellite picture this evening. It'll stay that way overnight. We do have some rain in our Saturday forecast as our cold front heads our way. It's not going to be much. It'll be a scattering of showers. Midday, the showers are probably most numerous. Wouldn't even be totally shocked if there was a rumble of thunder somewhere in eastern Ohio and western and northwestern PA tomorrow. It's a low-end chance, but it wouldn't totally shock me. I think the rain chances will decrease fairly rapidly as we head towards mid-afternoon, and the sun will try to come out before the day is through. Now, the rest of the weekend, once we lose our showers and our cold front, looks pretty quiet. In fact, a mostly clear sky for later Saturday night, leading to a good deal of sunshine on Sunday, and we're expecting pretty quiet weather all the way through Monday morning. We're not expecting any precipitation with our next system now until well after sunset Monday evening, maybe even be closer to midnight Monday night into Tuesday morning. Let's talk about our next system, and this is going to be a pretty decent snow event for a lot of places in the east, mostly east of us though. So I think what we're looking at here are the odds of 3 inches or more worth of snow off the European ensemble product. Really good odds of 3 inches or more once you're over towards Johnstown, Altoona State College, Williamsport, heading over towards the Poconos in northeastern PA. New Jersey, northern New Jersey will do quite well. This is a tough forecast around New York City, but they could have a decent amount of snow somewhere around New York City, maybe just inland. But Boston, Hartford, places like that will be under the gun. For us, you look at this, this is just one set of modeling, but taken literally, the European ensemble says we have about a 30 to 50% chance of 3 inches or more. I kind of think those numbers are a little on the higher end. I think our chances of 3 inches or more are more like 20%, something like that. We're not going to put official numbers in our forecast until probably tomorrow or Sunday morning. But, I would expect probably 3 inches or less, we'll call it that, at this early stage of the game. Again, we'll put out an official forecast this weekend, but this isn't going to be all the snow in the world for our television market, but it could be just enough to make things slick for a time, Monday night and into Tuesday morning. Now, if you've been paying attention to forecasts for a while, we're heading into a colder pattern, but will it be super cold? No. And we've never thought that. But, this map shows temperature anomalies in a 10-day chunk from the 12th, so from Monday through the 22nd. So it's a 10-day period, and you don't see deep blues over the eastern U.S. Yes, it's going to be seasonably chilly, but this is not, we're not being attacked by the, attacked by the polar vortex here. We're not going into the deep freeze. It's just kind of back to normal for February. In fact, this period can be on the mild side out across the upper Midwest. I think around here, we get a lot of highs in the 30s and lower 40s in our future over the next couple of weeks, and that's about where we should be at this time of the year. So now we could still have, some pretty harsh cold coming our way at the very end of February and into March even, compared to the average. That remains to be seen, but I don't see anything harsh or abnormal or noteworthy in the next couple of weeks. Just back to normal, just back to kind of what you would expect in February, and we're seeing an end to a 2+ week period of pretty unusual warmth, not only locally, but in much of the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, and into the Midwest as well. Hope you have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the big game on Sunday. I've got Monday off, but I will be chiming in on social media about our snow event Monday night. That looks pretty likely, especially Monday, once I kind of get back on the grid after Super Bowl weekend. But I will be back with a fresh edition of the Valley's most in-depth forecast coming up on Tuesday evening. Hope to see you then.